The bus crossed an invisible line, a border marked only by signs and a subtle shift in the air. It was a moment I'd imagined for months, but nothing could have prepared me for the feeling of crossing into a new country, a place I'd only seen in pictures and heard about in stories. Suddenly, the world felt different. I had arrived in Canada. The landscape outside the window seemed to stretch wider, the trees taller, the sky somehow more open. There was a quiet excitement in the air, a sense of possibility that made my heart race. The air was crisp, the sky impossibly blue, as if the city itself was welcoming me with open arms. Every breath felt fresh and new, filled with the promise of adventure. My journey began with a simple goal: to see the real Canada, beyond the famous landmarks and tourist spots. I wanted to experience the everyday moments, the hidden corners, and the stories that make this country unique. With just $600 in my pocket and a heart full of curiosity, I stepped off the bus in Vancouver. The gentle rain greeted me, washing the city in a soft glow, and the wide open streets felt like an invitation to explore. Snow-capped mountains watched over the city, their peaks rising above the skyline, blending urban life with wild, untamed nature. It was a breathtaking contrast: skyscrapers and forests, city lights and mountain shadows. I found a quiet bench in Stanley Park, surrounded by towering trees and the gentle hum of the city. Sitting there, I soaked in the peaceful energy, letting the calmness settle my nerves and fill me with hope. Around me, a symphony of languages filled the air, people from all over the world sharing stories, laughter, and dreams. The diversity was beautiful, a reminder that Canada is a mosaic of cultures and backgrounds. The famous Canadian politeness was real. Someone accidentally bumped into me, apologized with a warm smile, and I found myself apologizing back. It was a small moment, but it made me feel instantly at home. As the sun set, painting the sky in brilliant shades of orange and pink, the city seemed to glow with possibility. The day faded gently, but my excitement only grew. I felt a sense of wonder, standing at the edge of something new and unknown. The beauty of the moment filled me with gratitude and anticipation. This was the beginning of my adventure, a journey into the heart of Canada, with nothing but my backpack, my dreams, and an open mind. I already knew it would be special. Every smile, every new sight, every unexpected encounter would become a part of my story. Canada's beauty was quiet, profound, and welcoming. It wasn't just in the landscapes, but in the spirit of the people and the gentle rhythm of daily life. I took a deep breath, letting the cool air fill my lungs, grounding myself in this new reality. With every step, I felt more ready for whatever came next, eager to discover, to learn, and to embrace the unknown that lay ahead. Canada's colorful money, loonies and toonies, felt like play money at first, but soon became part of daily life. Bilingual signs in English and French were everywhere, a constant reminder of the country's dual heritage. I tried out bonjour and merci, and people always smiled back. Metric measurements kept me on my toes: liters, kilometers, Celsius. These small differences made every day an adventure. The pace of life was refreshingly relaxed. People valued time with friends and family. Cafes buzzed with conversation, not just laptops. Community mattered here, and it taught me to slow down and appreciate the moment. Canada's quirks weren't just oddities, they were windows into its soul. I learned to embrace them, and they became part of my own story. The true beauty of Canada is in its people. Beyond the breathtaking landscapes and iconic landmarks, it's the warmth and openness of Canadians that truly leave a lasting impression. Every day, I found myself surrounded by friendly faces, each encounter adding a new layer to my experience. In Montreal, a woman named Chloe helped me navigate a French menu, patiently translating each dish and sharing stories about her favorite city spots. She even marked hidden gems on my map, places only locals know, making me feel instantly welcomed and less like an outsider. At a bustling Calgary market, a vendor handed me a crisp apple, eager for me to taste the local harvest. He chatted about the region's orchards and the pride farmers take in their produce, turning a simple snack into a memorable exchange. In Toronto, I stumbled upon a group of musicians playing in the park. They invited me to join their circle, sharing music, laughter, and sunshine. For a moment, I felt like part of their community, connected by the universal language of music. These weren't grand gestures, just everyday kindness. Baristas remembered my order and greeted me with a smile, making even a quick coffee run feel special. Their small acts of recognition made me feel seen and valued. Bus drivers waited an extra second if they saw someone running, always patient and cheerful, turning a routine commute into a friendly interaction. Strangers didn't hesitate to walk with me, guiding me through unfamiliar streets or helping me find my way in a busy bookstore. Their willingness to help made every city feel a little more like home. I met remarkable women, artists, students, business owners, each adding color and vibrancy to my journey. Their stories, ambitions, and creativity inspired me and deepened my appreciation for the diversity of Canadian life. These moments weren't romantic, but deeply human. They were simple, genuine connections that reminded me of the kindness that exists in everyday life. Canada's friendliness made me feel less like a tourist and more like a guest, welcomed into the rhythm of daily life. The spirit of helpfulness turned simple trips, like asking for directions or sharing a meal, into heartwarming experiences I'll never forget. In the end, it's the people who truly define this country. Their warmth, generosity, and openness are what make Canada unforgettable. Traveling on $600 meant getting creative. Hostels were my go-to, clean, social, and affordable, often in historic buildings. Cooking in hostel kitchens saved money and brought travelers together. Sometimes I found house-sitting gigs or stayed with locals for free. Long-distance buses like Megabus made cross-country travel cheap and comfortable. In cities, day passes for public transit kept costs down. Walking was my favorite, free, and the best way to find hidden gems. My budget became a key to authentic experiences, not a limitation. Careful planning and resourcefulness opened up Canada in unexpected ways. $600 stretched further than I ever imagined. Eating well on a budget was a delicious adventure. I skipped tourist traps and ate where locals did. Food trucks, markets, and grocery stores. Vancouver's fish tacos, Toronto's Jamaican patties, and Montreal's poutine were all affordable and authentic. Hostel breakfasts and picnic lunches in parks kept costs low. Grocery store prepared foods were a lifesaver. I treated myself to Canadian classics, butter tarts, Tim Hortons coffee, and donuts. For fun, I focused on free activities. Parks, museums on free night, outdoor concerts, and festivals. Watching the changing of the guard in Ottawa was a highlight that cost nothing. My days were full, my wallet intact. Traveling on a budget felt like winning at travel. Some moments become part of you. On a ferry to Vancouver Island, a pod of orcas appeared, bathed in sudden sunlight, pure magic. In a Rocky's diner, a waitress with a kind smile served homemade pie as locals chatted around me. Lost in Toronto's subway, a stranger patiently helped me find my way, turning panic into gratitude. These small acts of kindness and wonder shaped my journey. On my last day, I sat by Lake Ontario, reflecting on the people I'd met and the places I'd seen. I started with a small budget and big hopes. Canada gave me beauty, kindness, and a new perspective. The memories were richer than any souvenir. In that quiet moment, I felt deeply grateful. Travel, I realized, is about connection. My $600 adventure ended, but the journey inside me was just beginning. As I closed my travel journal and watched the last embers of the campfire fade, I realized that the memories I'd gathered were worth far more than any souvenir. Each sunrise over a new horizon, every quiet moment spent in nature, and all the challenges I faced along the way became part of who I am. Canada taught me to slow down, value kindness, and cherish the simple things. A sunset, a smile, a quiet lake. I learned that happiness often comes from moments that cost nothing, like sharing laughter with strangers or watching the sky change colors at dusk. These small joys became the highlights of my journey. The country's wild nature, multicultural cities, and genuine warmth left a mark on me. From the vast forests and crystal-clear lakes to the vibrant streets filled with people from all walks of life, Canada's diversity and openness made me feel welcome wherever I went. The kindness of locals, always ready with a story or a helping hand, reminded me that adventure is as much about people as it is about places. Leaving was bittersweet, but I felt energized to explore more and live simply. Saying goodbye to the friends I'd made and the places I'd grown to love was hard, but I carried their lessons with me. I left with a lighter backpack and a fuller heart, eager to see where the road would take me next. You don't need much money for your own Canadian adventure, just curiosity and an open heart. With a little planning and a willingness to embrace the unknown, anyone can experience the magic of travel. Sometimes the best journeys begin with just a few coins and a sense of wonder. Meet the people, share a coffee, start a conversation, and let the country's spirit guide you. Every encounter is a chance to learn something new, to see the world through someone else's eyes, and to make memories that last a lifetime. The richest experiences are free. Whether it's hiking with new friends, camping under the stars, or simply laughing around a campfire, these moments are priceless. This is just one story. There are countless more to discover. Every traveler brings back their own tales, shaped by the places they visit and the people they meet. Canada is full of stories waiting to be lived. I hope you're inspired to pack a small bag and see for yourself. Adventure doesn't require a lot, just the courage to take the first step and the openness to let the journey change you. The world is waiting, full of wonder. There are endless roads to travel, mountains to climb, and new friends to meet. Each day is an invitation to explore, to grow, and to discover something beautiful. Thank you for joining me. Your own adventure could start with a simple bus ride north. So, take a chance, follow your curiosity, and let the journey begin. Who knows what stories you'll bring home?